Little bit about me and my background. So I started out in business actually by complete accident. I was going really serious with tennis when I was in high school, trying to play on the professional junior tour.
Wow.
Ended up going homeschooled, and it's a really expensive sport. It's particularly with all the travel that's involved and things like that. And that's what led to me going, well, I was selling raffle tickets and chocolates and all sorts of things to raise money. And I thought, well, why not start a business? Like let's see what we can do here, right? So that's how I got started at quite a young age, and that business was really a learning experience. I didn't make huge amounts of money, but hey, for a teenager, it was good to kind of put all the pieces together and see how this thing kind of worked. From there, I went and
I love
raised
that.
a.
So you started sales at a really young age, hey? What year
Oh
did you
yeah.
start selling?
Wow. Well, I mean, I was selling raffle tickets and chocolates from about year seven. So what does
There
that
you
make me?
go.
About 12 or 13 or something. But the business started when I was about 16. But things started getting serious when I was around sort of 19, when I went and raised a bunch of investment money, started an app company with a co-founder, and went really hard for a few years and learnt lots of things. Obviously, all those sales skills were kind of coming through, but really where I went deep on sales was the business I joined after that. I was the first sales hire to a founder who'd built some pretty cool software. Only had about $1,000 in revenue, so depends what you think as to whether that's really a business yet or not. But he had a product, right? And my challenge coming into it was, how do we actually take this to market? How do we find product market fit? How do we get our initial sales? Are we selling to small businesses? Are we selling to enterprise? What does that whole journey look like, right? And luckily we'd raised enough money to give me the time to go through those learnings, because I was good at sales, but I wasn't deep in enterprise sales and really understanding how organizations make decisions and the difference for that versus selling to consumers, right? Because there is differences, right? Yes, we're all people buying, but when you've got 15 stakeholders you need to get to approve, a decision versus like, hey, this feels good, I'll go for it, right? It's a very different sales process, right? And so I learned that, and we sold into Combank, we sold into AMP, and I learned all of the things that can go right and go wrong when you're building a sales function from scratch.